the night before the essay. Tomorrow morning, you will be handed 8 sentences. You will choose two of them and you will make that choice in the first 12 minutes. Before you have written a single word, while your hand is still cold and the hall is still settling. Everything after that is execution. That choice is the only decision in the paper you cannot take back. Change your mind at minute 25 and you have lost an essay. So this is not a revision video. Tonight is not for learning. Tonight is for deciding how you will how you will decide. There is nothing new in what follows. For the next half hour, I am going to teach you one thing: how to spend those 12 minutes, and then I'm going to give you 20 minutes of work to do before you sleep. That is all. So, what is the chapter number one? That is what you are not doing tonight. Let me take four things off your table. The first one is you are not reading a new thinker tonight. If you meet a name tonight, you will misuse it tomorrow. A half understood philosopher in paragraph 3 is worse than no philosopher at all, because the examiner can see the seam when where you pushed him in. The second one is you are not collecting new quotations. The quotation is not the mark. The turn you make after the quotation is the mark. The third one is you are not revising general studies. This paper has not named a policy, a sector, or an institution since 2019. There is no syllabus to close. The fourth one is you are not reading model essays. At this hour, a model essay does exactly one thing: it makes your own writing look into you the night before you have to do it. Now hold on to one sentence because it explains the whole paper. 6 years, not one topic has said the word India. The last time this paper printed the word India in a topic was 2019. Six consecutive papers since. In 2025, not one of the 8 topics named a country, a policy, a sector, or an institution. Every one of the 40 topics from 2021 to 2025 was a flat declarative sentence. No question, no myth or reality, no blessing or curse. Just a proposition, put it put in front of you, waiting. And here is the part almost nobody has told you. Until 2020, you could bank on section B. Section A carried the abstract, section B carried the applied India essay, and every candidate walked in with that hedge in his pocket. In 2021, all 8 topics were abstract. In 2022, the same. That hedge is gone. Do not walk into the hall tomorrow waiting for the comfortable one to appear in the second half of the page. Plan for 8 abstractions. If you get something concrete, treat it as a gift. So, chapter number 2, that is the 12 minutes. 12 minutes, 4 blocks. I will run all four in front of you. Minutes 0 to 3. 0 to 3. What you have to do? Read all 8 twice and pen down. In this, you have to 3 checks. Minute 10 to why. The comfortable topic is only one. You have facts for minute 3 to 7. One line against each topic. Why? the strongest sentence written to defeat it. Then minute 7 to 10, three checks on the survivors, three domains, a quantifier, a visible ending. Then 10 to 12 minutes, write both last sentences, a destination fixed before the journey starts. So minute 0 to 3 you read, minutes 3 to 7 you write the counter line, minute 7 to 10 three checks, minute 10 to 12 you anchor both endings. To do that, I need a paper, so I have written one. These eight are not predictions. Let me say that again because I do not want a single one of you quoting me tomorrow evening. They are not predictions, they are practice propositions written in the register this paper has actually used for last 5 years. Declarative, abstract, no country, no scheme, no institution. Read them the way you will read tomorrow's section A. The first one is a society is judged not by what it builds, but by what it refuses to build. A society, first one, a society is judged not by what it builds, but by what it refuses to build. The second one is nothing is preserved by those who are afraid to change it. Nothing is preserved to Nothing is preserved by those who are afraid to change it. The third one is the machine has not taken our work, it has taken our attention. Then fourth one is every generation mistakes its own noise for history. Then we are moving to section B. Section B, the fifth one is doubt is the tax the truth pays for being trusted. Sixth one is a door held open is not the same as a road built. The seventh one is there is no freedom for the many without inconvenience to the few. And the eighth one is we inherit our virtues. We only choose our vices. So minute 0 to 3, read, do not judge, just read all eight twice and mark nothing. I mean that literally no ticks, no crosses, no stars. Here is why. Here is why. The first topic that feels comfortable is the topic you have the most facts about. And facts are not what is this paper is buying. If you tick in minute 1, you have not chosen an essay. You have chosen a strange cupboard and you will spend 90 minutes emptying it onto the page. 3 minutes of reading with you pen down is not lost time. It is the cheapest insurance in the paper. Then minutes 3 to 7, write the enemy. Now the move that decides your paper. For each of the eight, write one line, and it is not your argument. It is the strongest sentence somebody clever would write against the topic. 8 lines, 4 minutes, 30 seconds each. Let me do three. The number one is number two is nothing is preserved by those who are afraid to change it. Against it, some things survive precisely because somebody refused to touch them. A language, a forest, a constitutional guarantee. The number six is a door held open is not the same as road built. Against it, what? The door is not nothing. The law that opens it changes what the next generation believes is possible. The number eight, we inherit our virtues. We only chooses our vices. Then comes to against it, an inherited virtue is not yet a virtue. It becomes one at the most, and it becomes one at the first moment it costs you something. Now the sentence this whole video exists for choose the topic you can argue against best, not the one you agree with the most. That is the test. Because the marks in this paper do not sit in your agreement, they sit in the turn. The moment you concede the strongest thing the other side has and then walk past it anyway. A topic you agree with completely produces a flat essay. Correct, orderly, unarguable, and around you 110. If your counterline came out weak or empty, the topic is not easy for you. It is closed for you. It is closed to you. Cross it out. Then minutes 7 to 10. What are the three checks? You will have two or three survivors. Now three checks, 30 seconds each. Check one. The three domain check. Can I place this in three different rooms? Like say polity, economy, and culture. If it only lives in one room, it is a general studies answer wearing an essay's clothes. Then second one, the quantifier check. Does the sentence carry an all, a never, an only, a nothing? Look at the number 8, essay number 8. We only choose our vices. That what is a gift. It hands you your first paragraph. The proposition is too strong, and here is where it breaks. Then check 3, the ending check. Can I say right now in one sentence how this essay ends? If the last sentence is not visible in minute 9, it will not be visible in minute 99. So these three checks are needed. What are the four traps? Four ways to last this. Every one of them is chosen in minute 2 and paid for in minute 80. The comfort trap, first one. The topic you have the most material for. The twin trap, two topics that look like the same essay. And the one class trap, writing half of a two class proposition. The agreement trap, nothing to concede, so nothing to turn. So the twin trap deserves 10 seconds because it is deliberate. This commission prints a thesis and its opposite the same page. In 2022 section A ran, poets are the unacknowledged legislators of the world. And three topics later, history is a series of victories won by the scientific man over the romantic man. So same page, opposite claims. Look at that. When you see that pair, do not pick the one you believe. Pick the one whose opposite you can write in a single strong paragraph. Because the paper has just told you where the marks are. And the one class trap, number 6, has two clauses, doors and roads. An essay that only writes about doors has answered half of a topic only, and it will be marked as a half a topic. Then minutes 10 to 11, anchor the far and 2 minutes left. Both topics chosen, do not start writing. Write the last sentence of each conclusion now before anything else. Two sentences, 1 minute each. That is what a golden thread actually is, not a mode or not a motive. It is a destination fixed before the journey starts, so that every paragraph can be asked one question: does this move me toward that sentence or away from it? The paragraph that answers away gets cut in the outline, not in minute 80, 12 minutes spent. You now have two topics you can argue against in three domains each, with the ending already written. Almost nobody in that hall will walk out of minute 12 holding that. So what are the chapter number 3? Next one, that is the bridge, putting India into a topic that has no India in it. Tomorrow's topics will name nothing and your entire preparation is Indian. So the single most valuable technical move you own this bridge. Importing Importing Indian material into a proposition that never asked for it. Let me build in front of you on number 6. A doors open, a door held open is not same as road built. 12 words, no country, no policy, no institution. Paragraph 1 belongs to the proposition and do to nothing else. If India arrives in your first paragraph, the examiner has already decided he is reading a general studies answer. Paragraph 2 is where the bridge is built, and you build it with a principle, not with a fact. On the 25th number, on the 25th of November 1949, closing the Constituent Assembly, Ambedkar warned that India was about to enter a life of contradictions. Political democracy granted at once, social democracy still to be won. That is our proposition in a different vocabulary. Door and road, grant and reality. Paragraph 3 is the outdoor. The paragraph 3 is the door. That is the special provision for women. One third of panchayati seats reserved. The 70 The Constitution permits a special provision for women. The 73rd Amendment reserves a third of panchayati seats. Paragraph 5 is the road or the absence of it. The seat was reserved and the chair was filled, and in district, after the district, the country learned a new phase for what happened next. The Sarpanch Pati, the husband who attends in her place, and the conclusion goes back to the proposition. The door was opened by law. The road was built by nobody. So two rules govern the bridge, and the second one is the one people break. The rule one is enter through a principle, live through a fact, not the other way around. If you enter through a scheme, a number, or a launch here, the topic is quietly replaced by the nearest general studies heading and it never comes back. The rule number 2 is three anchors maximum, one in the principle, one in the institutions, one in the consequence. A fourth and fifth do not add evidence, they change the genre. They change the genre. At four anchors, you are no longer writing an essay about doors and roads, you are writing GS2 answer on women's political participation, and it will be marked as one. Every anchor you use must answer back to the 12 words on the paper. So, what is the bridge and what is the order here? In the paragraph 1, the proposition and nothing else. No India you have to write in the paragraph 1. Then comes to paragraph 2, the principle in an Indian voice, that is Ambedkar 25th November 20, 1949, political democracy granted, etc. Then comes to paragraph 3, the door. What is the door? Special provision for women. Then comes to paragraph number 5, that is the road, its absence, the seat observed, and the conclusion, the door was opened by law, the road was built by nobody. Two rules for the bridge is what loses the essay and what keeps it an essay. Paragraph 1 belongs to the proposition alone and enter through a principle, live through a fact. Enter through a principle, live through a fact. Three anchors maximum, one per movement of the argument. Then every anchor answers back to the 12 words on the paper. All four anchors, you are no longer writing an essay because you are writing GS to answer, and it is marked as one. Then we are moving to chapter number 4, that is one routine run twice. I have taught this clock before, so I will say it once and move on. 12 minutes to choose, then 84 minutes an essay, twice identically, twice identically inside each 84, 12 minutes to outline, 66 to write, 6 to conclude. The bottom half of your clock is the top half repeated. So what you have to do in 12 minutes, you have to choose inside it what you have to do: read, counter, three checks, and anchor both endings. Then comes to essay 1 in 84 minutes, what you have to do: 12 outline, 66 write, 6 conclude. Then essay number 2 also same thing: 12 outline, 66 write, 6 conclude. Then half line, what is this? Minute number 96, essay 2 has begun or it will be written in panic. So the bottom half of the clock is the top half repeated. Half line is what? Minute number 96. Minute number 96. So one routine learned once, run twice. Two numbers matter more than the rest. Minute 96 is the half line, halfway line. It is the second essay has not begun by minute 96. It will be written in panic. And a panicked essay does not last 5 marks. It loses 30 marks. And the 6 minutes at the end of each essay are not writing minutes. The last sentence was written in minute 11. Those 6 minutes are for the concession. For the concession, the strongest thing against you, the strongest thing against you admitted in one class and then passed. One more thing, because it wastes more time than any other habit in the hall. Do not count words, count paragraphs. Nobody in Delhi is counting your words. 8 to 10 paragraphs, each one claim its evidence, its consequence, and its a turn. Do that. Do that twice, you are inside the length. Then moving to chapter number 6, that is the one page you write tonight. What is that one page you have to write tonight? Now the 20 minutes of work, one sheet, one side. You will write it after this video and you will read it once tomorrow morning. Not notes, not a summary. An evidence bank, 12 to 15 items. 12 to 15 items. And here is the thing that makes it work, which is also the thing almost everybody gets wrong. An item on this page is a move, not a fact. A fact serves one essay, a move serves any essay that has the same shape. Let me give you 5, you return 10 more. The move number 1, the chosen virtue move. The chosen virtue move. A virtue is only a virtue when it is chosen. It runs on privilege, on patience, on charity, on sacrifice, on courage. Move number 2, the door and the road move. The law opens the door, custom decides whether a road is built. It runs on any right topics, any rights topic: reservation, gender, access, welfare, etc. Then move number 3, the measurement one. What we can count begins to govern what we value. It runs on technology, education, growth, governance, and welfare. Then move number 4, the scale move. What is virtue in a person becomes a policy in a state, and a policy has victims. It runs on mercy, on honesty, on generosity, on tolerance. Then move number 5, the delay move. The cost of acting early is visible, the cost of acting late is not. It runs on ecology, on public health, on conflict, on reform, on debit. So look at move 5 for a second, because this commission has been circling it. In 2024, is said the cost of being wrong is less than the cost of doing nothing. In 2025, it is said muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. Restraint against action 1 year apart argued from opposite ends. That is not a coincidence. So that is an axis this paper. That is an axis this paper keeps returning to, and a candidate who has one line ready on both sides is never blank. Then the rest of the page and nothing on it is new. The three Indian policy anchors you already. no cold, in fact, the year, the number, then three thinkers you have already used in a mark, the two numbers you would trust in front of an examiner, two openings and two closings in form, not in content. The last one needs explaining, that is, do not memorize an opening paragraph. You will bend the topic to fit it. And the examiner will see the bend, memorize a shape, an image, then the proposition restated in your own words. Then the crack you intended to open. A shape survives contact with an unknown topic. A memorized paragraph does not. 20 minutes, one side of the one sheet. If you do nothing else after this video, do that. Then chapter number 6, that is tomorrow morning what you have to do. Six things, and then I will let you go. Sleep is the last variable you still control. Read the page once, do not add to it. Read all 8 topics before you touch a pen. 12 minutes, then commit. The choice is closed. Then commit both classes every time. Minute 96 is the halfway line. Two of those need a sentence each, then sleep. A tied candidate does not write two slightly worse essays. He writes one good one and one bad one, because the second essay is where fatigue lands. And one bad essay is 60 marks. There is nothing you can read tonight worth 60 marks. And commit. After minute 12, the choice is closed. If at minute 40 a better idea arrives for your topic you did not pick, that idea is not a gift. It is the most expensive thought available to you tomorrow. So note it, ignore it, finish the essay you started. One last thing, this paper is worth 250 marks, and it is the only paper you will write tomorrow, not a supporting paper, not a paper you make up elsewhere. Everyone in that hall has read what you have read. Almost nobody has decided in advance how they will spend the first 12 minutes you have. Go and write your page, then sleep. I will see you on the other side of it. Then all the best and thank you.